Hi there, I'm Aaliyah, and I am the Scarving Artist. Welcome to my first podcast, the Unfinished Object Podcast, Episode 1. Today we're going to talk about finished objects. We always want to celebrate those. We're going to start going through the WIP list and start counting those and seeing where it's at and making some decisions on keep it or frog it or, where in the priority list it goes and that kind of stuff. I may also talk about books and pets, and my pets at one point or another will probably make an appearance in the podcast. They are everywhere. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. Alfie and Scylla are the cats, and then Bunsen and Mrs. Frisbee are the dogs. I'll put pictures of them here. Okay, let's start talking about finished objects. Let's start off with a celebration of getting things done. So I'll start off with what I'm wearing. These I finished a long time ago, but we can still talk about them. This is the Cascades Cowl by Pacific Knit Co. This is one of her patterns that she designed before she started doing doodles and stuff like that. I tested this for her. She was lovely to test for, really great. And yeah, I love this thing. It's Farmer's Daughter fibers, and I do not remember the other color, what that is, but it's on my Instagram and I can look it up and put it in the notes later. This is called the Snow Fort Beanie, and it is designed by me. Not a big winner here, but I like it, and it's cozy and fits really well. I have a hard time with hats sometimes because I have so much thick hair that a lot of times they just pop right off my head. And then the way this one fits, like, it mostly stays on my head. So I'm really happy with that, obviously. So now let's get into my more recent finished objects. These are gifts for the nieces and nephews. We didn't do family Christmas this year, so I have a little extra time to get these things done, which is really nice. So this is the Hat and Peak by Maxim Sear. I had so much fun knitting this hat. I really enjoyed making this one. This is cool. This is for my niece's boyfriend. This one is, and this is out of Cascade Sport. This one is the Barley Hat by Tin Can Knits. This one is for my nephew. And it's Malabrigo Rios Solitos in the color Lobo Merino. Then we have the Unique Beanie. It's EWE, Unique Beanie, like use. Cute. So this was my first time doing 3 color work. I usually only do 2 stranded color work. And so I did 3. I did it really messy. I know to catch floats. I just was being lazy. And then as a punishment for, being lazy, I had to then create like 4 inches of ribbing on the inside to cover it up because it was so bad. It was so bad. So now it's like a double thick, cutie little beanie for my niece. And then I'm making another one. So this, because it was 3 strands of stranded color work, I was like, oh, when I make one for my other niece, I'm gonna knit it like normal, and then I'm going to duplicate stitch on the little sheep. Why did I do that? I don't know, because I guess I wanted it to take 20 times longer. It's cute, but it's like such a pain in the booty. So this will be another one of those exact hats as soon as I finish the rest of the sheep and put the little black parts on the sheep, and then done. those are all of my finished objects. I think everything else is a whip. So, ooh, might be time to get into that. Time to get into the whip list. I've got a couple of friends who are probably having heart palpitations right now. It's a lot, so we may not get through, well, we probably will not. We are not going to get through all of them in this episode. So we'll start counting them and making some decisions and stuff like that. And then we'll do this in a couple of episodes until we get through them all. It's a constant thing. Starting projects and stuff. Okay, so number 1, this is the Gradual Beginner Shawl by Penny Strickland of Cesium Yarn. A friend of mine is relearning how to knit, and this is the perfect way. It's the perfect pattern for learning how to knit. And I'm using Fiber Macgyver yarn from the Shop Hop last year. It's merino alpaca, worsted weight, called Baba Yaga. I love this. It goes really fast. It's super simple. And so that's whip number 1. Whip number 2 is going to be the Descent Pullover by Andrea. I think it's Rangel. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. But I am using the Fiber Co amble in the color. The orange is Cat Bells. And yeah, Cat Bells. And then I'm also using Saddleback Slate, which is a gray. So this will be main color. And then this is the colorwork color for that. And this is another knit along with another friend of mine. And whenever we get together, we're getting together about once a month. And we have a stopping point we'll get to so that we can just put it down and not have to focus or worry about it. Like, it'll get done when it gets done, you know. But this one, oh, I have my little Highland Cows stitch stoppers on my Descent sweater. Number 3 is a design that I'm doing in Pasquale yarn. It's their baby merino. And this is going to eventually turn into a scarf. So I was trying to keep it simple. It is literally the simple stitch, but I've got 2 different colors I'm striping through there. And I'm creating triangles. And then the reason it's called Pick Me Up Scarf is because you create this little triangle and then you turn and then you pick up and go in another direction and create a shape. You turn and keep going, and then it will eventually turn into a scarf. So work in progress. The Pick Me Up Scarf, that will happen someday, hopefully within the next month, and I want to get that into testing soon. So if you have any interest in a fingering weight Tunisian crochet scarf in 2 colors that goes pretty fast because it's just a simple stitch, keep an eye out for the tester call. So my plan was, once I started this podcast, it was pretty much, unless it was a design that I needed to get done, was not to start any new projects until I have a few completed, you know? I have a big dog right here. There she goes. Mrs. Frisbee, from Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. She's a Great Pyrenees. So whip number 4. Oh, actually, whip number 5 is the Merfolk Fade Shawl. So when I was at Rhinebeck, this was actually some of the only yarn that I bought. It's Surrey DK. I am obsessed with Surrey. Obsessed. These are my colors. Whoa! I am so excited about this. It's going to be big and floofy and soft. I have started it. I am really hoping that this blocks out, because right now it definitely looks a little bit like a banana hammock, but we're hoping it's just going to turn into a regular triangle with blocking. And you know what? Even if it still looks like a banana hammock on the end, I'm going to wear the heck out of it. It is Surrey, and it is so soft and wonderful. So that is the Merfolk Fade. This is the beginning of the Merfolk Fade shawl. Also another knit along with a friend that I'm doing. We started this. We both got yarn to do this it was actually at Cake. And so we started it very casual, very like when we get to it sort of thing. So here and there, I'll do a couple of rows and then put it away. This is another low-key, like we'll get it done, but not a priority, just a relaxation project. And then I have my little like Monstera leaves as the stitch stoppers for this project. And there's Bunsen putting in his 2 cents. Okay, so whip number 6 is a design that I am doing for Expression Fiber Arts. I'm hoping to get this into testing this month, January of 2025. This is the swatch for it. I don't know if you can hear Frisbee panting right here. She is right in my face, making lots of noise with her hot breath. All right, so this is it. It is their Dewy DK, and it's going to be a mostly knit stitch Tunisian crochet sweater with an asymmetrical cable. So the cables, these 2 cables, will be on one side, going from the bottom all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom in the back. It'll be a drop shoulder, and it will have options in the pattern if you hate asymmetry and you want to put the cables on the other side as well. So that will be in there. And then this, like I said, I am going to try to get the sample done in January. It is, I only have to make a size small because Chandy from Expression Fiber Arts is a size small and not a larger extra large like I am. So much more, it'll go much more quickly than if I were to make this for myself. So anyway, once I get that done, I'm going to be putting this into testing. So I am going to be looking for all levels and all sizes of Tunisian crocheters for a DK weight sweater. Here's that hat that I definitely didn't cast on in the middle of the night, one night when I couldn't sleep after I'd already made the decision to not cast on anything new. Here are the cute little bat stitch stoppers on this one, future hat. I like making hats. Next up is another Christmas gift that I was working on for my sister, for my sister's cats, I should say. It is a cat pod. So you have to hold it double and go down hook size to make it really stiff so that it'll be like a, you know, a pod, a circle with a little hole in it. And I'm going to be marling a couple of colors. This is Cascade 220 Grande, the non-super wash one. So if she wants to felt it, she can. It'll be 3 different colors marled. I can only work on this in little bursts because it hurts my hands to do stuff this tight. But I think it's going to be super cute, and it'll be worth it when I get pictures of her kitty cats inside of it. And then here's my little beautiful stitch marker from Tinker's Hollow. Amazing stitch markers. Next up is, okay, I am making my first pair of socks, and I did one. There's the heel. I love this yarn. It's so pretty. I think it's La Bien Amie. I cannot find the label for this, but this is my first sock ever. It's got a little toe. This one's done, and then I started my second sock Luckily, I had so much fun with this that I wanted to cast on the second one. I really thought I was going to be one of those people with second sock syndrome. But here's the second sock. It's happening. I had so much fun with it. So I was like, yay, I'm going to do more of this. And so I am working on that second sock. And then, ooh, look. Oh, this is my Harris tweed bag project bag from Cottontail Farms. This was one of my other Rhinebeck purchases. I love Harris tweed. I got a cute little backpack too from them. But I plan on, if I'm able to go to Rhinebeck this year, I do plan on getting another one of these because I love it and it's perfect for socks. Okay, next one. I'm kind of sad about this. Well, not the bag. The bag is lovely, Delaque bag. But I was making the framed sweater and I had gotten like this far into it and realized that it was not going to fit me even after blocking. And I did a swatch and I blocked my swatch. This is not the colors I'm using, but this is the exact same yarn. I did it and I blocked it and did my size based on the blocked swatch. And it was too small. So I did rip that whole thing apart because I really want to start that over. Have not done it yet. I am calling it a whip though because it was like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this. Oh, this is a hat. This is a button tab hat by Joji Locatelli that I made for my niece and then lost it for like months. I made this months ago and I was looking for it. It's been in this bag. Yay. Okay, that was great. All right, so yeah, I did the started it. Well, now this is great. This is a happy bag. But I want to restart this. I'm counting it as a whip, even though I have ripped out the entire thing. It was super fun and it was working up really quickly. So when I finish my descent sweater, maybe I'll recast this one on. Maybe. Still gonna count it though. Whip. Next whip is my temperature blanket from 2022. So this is it. And well, I had more than this. I just haven't attached them yet. This is January and February. I was gonna make this for my husband. And let's see, do I just have March? I thought I had gotten to April too, but I guess not. This is March. This is the Linen Square Temperature Blanket by Tony Lipsy. And then just doing extra rows, you know, of main color to put the whole thing together. This is Cascade 220 Superwash. And I wanted it to be more just like earthy colors. It's blues and browns and whites and tans and grays and stuff like that. So yeah, I love it. I should finish that. I really like 2022. It's 2025 right now. Next on the list is, this is the swatch for it. This is Beachy Breeze Fibers, Coastal DK in Woodland and Winter Nights. And I was going to make a striped sweater, Tunisian crochet for my husband with a zip up, and it's going to have a hood. That's like the only thing he wants to wear is stuff with a zipper, no buttons, no crew neck, just zipper, hood, pockets. And so it's going to be brown and blue striped, his favorite colors. And this is the swatch for it. I may add another like darker brown in there as well, depending on how much yardage I have. But I have not actually, I have not actually started. I guess it's just the swatch. I really want to get this done this year though. This year is my goal for this guy. So yeah. And then next up is another one that I've had, that I've been trying to get going for over a year, like 2 years probably. So I designed a cowl and then a scarf and a infinity scarf and an infinity scarf that is called the meditation, whatever, meditation cowl, meditation scarf. And so I designed a meditation sweater and I swatched it. I just haven't made it yet. So I need to make it and get that into testing as well. So that's another Tunisian crochet sweater. This is the pattern for it. Whoops. There we go. So it is rows of knit stitch and purls alternating. They kind of like, they go on a diagonal the whole way. And I don't know what was going on with my brain right here, but I said the wrong name of the yarn. And then I said the right name immediately afterwards without realizing I had just said another name. Dual Profundo from Malabrigo in Rios. And maybe this year. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I really want to make this. I really want to put this out there. I just, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're not even close to halfway there with the whips. Let's keep going. Okay, in this bag, I have the Kelly crew neck pattern. It's kind of, I don't have a picture of the whole thing, so I will try to find one and put it here. It's by Two of Wands. I found it on the Sorella website. It's a herringbone stitch, and I just think that's so pretty. It's crochet. It's done in a sport weight, and I got this, oh, it's coming up very brown on camera, but it's like a kind of rose gold. It's got like peaches and kind of rosy colors in there. It's not like one-dimensional kind of brownish like it's looking here. I don't know if you can see any of the rosiness coming through, but it'll be really pretty. I started it and I really want to have it and wear it. I want it to be done. Not a priority. Going back into timeout. This one, I have taught this class twice, and both times I did not complete the project. This is it is the Future Ariana cardigan. Oh, that's not the pattern. It's the Ariana cardigan by Barocco. And they have it, it's a granny square cardigan. You make 1,000,000 squares and then you make some triangles and stuff. And then these also like itty bitty, like quarter triangles. And then it's join as you go crochet. So you take your main color and then you just start joining them together. You like plot it out. It's a fun construction and it actually is really fun to work on, but squirrel, you know. And then what's cool about this pattern is it combines knit and crochet. So when you're all done with the sweater, you pick up along the bottom and along the like neckline and stuff, and then the cuffs for knitting, ribbing. So that's fun. Oh, and by the way, so yeah, the pattern, each row, there's like 5 rows, and then the 6th row is your main color. In the pattern, each row is a different color, which means, so I think there's like 60 squares or something like that. Is it 60? oh gosh. So yeah, it's like 60 something squares plus triangles plus quarter triangles times 2 ends times 5 colors. That's how many ends there are to weave in this sweater, plus main color. No, I won't do that. So I did one color that changes colors, and then, and you kind of, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can kind of see it in there. This is Primavera, and this is Ivory from Malabrigo Rios. So I used one changing color for all of the squares and triangles, and then one main color, obviously, Ivory. Because no, I will not weave in that many ends. I don't care if I had nothing else to do with my life. I would find something else to do with my life than rather than weave in that many ends. Like, absolutely not. No, thank you. So that's the Ariana, future Ariana cardigan. Okay, let's take a quick break from WIPs to talk about something fun that's going to happen in Minnesota. So I'm organizing a fiber festival, and it is going to be at Broken Clock Brewing Cooperative in Northeast Minneapolis on March 2nd, 2025 from 10 to 6. We have awesome vendors. We have incredible workshops led by local experts, and you know, ranging from everything from knitting to crocheting to needle felting and making your own hand creams, and then learning how to take care of your hands. We have drop spindle. I'm sure I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, the dye garden planning. It's going to be really fun. And then there's tons of opportunity. There's like a ton of space for social stitching. There's a coffee shop there. There's craft beer, non-alcoholic beverages. There's really yummy food. We're going to have a bakery there too that has delicious things, all made from things from their garden. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Right now we are doing a giveaway with Fiber Macgyver for, I'll show you. It's really fun. For this beautiful mini skein DK, well, it doesn't look as beautiful in the package. I should take it out. It's this DK mini skein bundle, just all these happy colors. This just makes me want to design something for DK minis. I'm not going to do it. I might do it, but I'm not going to do it right now. But anyway, this isn't for me. This is for the giveaway. So if you're on Instagram, head over to our live, the post, and just read the directions, enter there, and then we'll pick a winner, and someone's going to get this. And there's also a cute little package with like a sticker and barber cords and stitch stoppers. They're little Madge stitch stoppers. Her trailer that she does yarn shows with is Madge, and that's Madge. Okay. That was our little break. That's it for WIPs today. We will go through more next episode. I would like to move on with life. So that's what we're going to do. So next up is we will do a little bit of a tutorial for crochet. I asked some of my students what they wanted to see, and we're going to do one of them today, one of the like requests today, and then next time we'll do another. And if you guys have any requests, just put them in the comments and I will try to acknowledge them in a future video. So let's get started. For today's tutorial, I'm using 2 different colors of Malabrigo Rios Solitos and a 4mm hook.
Today we're going to be talking about color changes, and we are going to start with doing color changes in your starting chain. Normally, when we count our chains, we're counting our V's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't normally count the one on the hook. When you're doing a color change in crochet, you're going to do that on the last pull through of the previous color. So our last pull through for our 10th chain is after 9. So we did 9, and now when I pull through the new color, and then I'll just tighten this up a little, that gives us our 10th chain. So that was our last pull through of that color. Now I'm doing single crochets across. I'm at my last pull through of my last single crochet of this color. You can see the next V is in the next color. It goes back to purple right here. So this is I went into this stitch, pulled up a loop, so I have 2 loops on the hook. And now my last pull through, I'm going to go ahead and pick back up that purple color. Oh my goodness. And pull that through. And now you can see this stitch was completed and it looks green. And now I'm ready to go into the next stitch with the purple. Woo! There. So I'm going to do a couple of rows so that this isn't such a mess, and you can kind of see it a little more clearly, and I'll show you again. Okay, here we are with our single crochet swatch, and we are on our last stitch before we switch colors over to the purple. So I'm just going to insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now we have 2 on the hook. We're going to do our last pull through, which is where we change colors. So I'm going to grab the purple. I'm going to yarn over and pull through with the purple, and that completes our last green stitch. And now we're ready to just start working with the purple across. So that is how we do it in single crochet. I will, on the next row, I will show you how we switch colors in half double crochet and then in double crochet as well. Okay, I've done a row and a half of half double crochet now. So we are going to change colors again from our green to our purple in half double crochet. So we're going to work our last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now for a half double crochet, this is the point where we are at our last yarn over, pull through. So we're going to drop the green, grab the purple, yarn over, pull through. And you can just tighten up that green down there, and then you're ready to go with purple. So you can see one completed stitch and then the next. So it's always on the last pull through of whatever stitch you're doing. So I will go back and forth, and then we'll do double crochet. All right, we are ready to do our last double crochet where we change colors here in our swatch. So same thing, it's going to be on the last pull through. So we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now this is our last pullover. Drop that, pick up purple, yarn over, and pull through those last 2. And then you're just ready to go. Whoopsies, let me go into the right place. I should probably look at what I'm doing, not at the camera. Here we go. So we have one completed double crochet and then our next completed double crochet in the next color. Now let's get up close and personal with a project that uses this technique. So this is actually called the Abundance Tank. I designed this for Crochet Foundry magazine. This one uses that in all of the color transitions. There is this technique where you're changing colors every single stitch. So every single time on your last yarn over pull through 2, you're changing to the next color. And that's what it looks like, where you get these, complete stitches in each of the colors. So I hope this was helpful. And if you have any other ideas of things you want to learn in crochet or Tunisian crochet or knitting, put them in the comments and I'd be happy to acknowledge them in future videos.
Today I am going to teach some new Tunisian crocheters at Yarn Tales, so come join me and check out the shop.